Beverly High School Swimming and Diving. Today, Beverly Panthers are going against the Gloucester Fishermen. This is Beverly's third meet. I believe that this is Gloucester's first meet. But so far, Beverly is 2-0, where so far we beat Danvers, and the last time we beat Swampscott. You can see the swimmers are getting ready for our first event, which is the 200 Medley Relay. Last week was a great event. We had some really kind of interesting swims, specifically with the 500 and Hannah Perkins against the Swampscott swimmer in the 500, and them going pretty much neck and neck the whole time. That was kind of exciting. So we're going to keep a lookout for Hannah Perkins again today, because she's kind of a shining star on this team. They're getting ready for the 200 Medley Relay, so you'll notice that the swimmers start. The backstroke is first. This is 50 meters. 50 yards of every stroke, starting with backstroke. In lane 3, we have Sarah Sadowski, Hannah Perkins, Reagan Redmond, and Hannah Mccarthy. In lane 5, we have Gavin Gleason, Andrew Krupp, Kevin Picardo-Cedillo, and Kevin Kelsey. And in lane 7, we have Grace Bell, Eden, we have Simone French, and Emily Blomel. So we're off to a great start there in lane 5 with the backstroke, and the next one will be the breaststroke. Breaststroke, you'll notice, is a different breakout. So they stay underwater until their first stroke. And a different turn, an open turn. I call that an open turn. Beverly's out to a strong lead here. And next up is the butterfly, which is my favorite stroke. Wow, really good start there by Kevin. Good fast turn. And the final, or the anchor lap, will be the freestyle. And here goes the freestyle. Looks like Beverly in lane 3 is in second place as well. So yeah, Beverly in lane 3, that is a girls team, so they could possibly even qualify with their times for division or state. And Beverly comes in first with a time of 1:56.50, which is a great time. And Beverly also touches second. With 2:06.91, which is a qualifying time for sectionals. Looks like some of the other teams are going to be coming in. They're doing their final lap. I love a medley relay. It's a lot of fun. You can see some of the swimmers at the end of the pool cheering on their team. And the other swimmers are just waiting for the last few to come in. Oh, we do still have one more swimmer to do the freestyle lap. I believe that's a Gloucester team. And, you know, everybody's cheering them on. So that was a really nice time. The girls qualified for sectionals with that time, 2:06.91. The qualifying time for sectionals is 2:13.22. So good one for Beverly. I'm not really sure what our record is with Gloucester, but I do think we have a good chance at this meet to pull out another win. So the next event is the 200 freestyle. They're waiting to get the okay to get out of the pool now. So look for Sophia Bloomquist in lane 3. Kevin Picardo Cedillo in lane 5, and Carly Dufresne in lane 7. And they're waiting for the okay to get on the blocks. 2 whistles means get ready. 1 whistle means climb on the blocks, and of course the buzzer for the start. So this is the 200-meter freestyle. This is a really tough race, so we are going to wait and see what happens here. This is a mixed race, which means both boys and girls compete together, but their times are different. The qualifying times are different. We're looking for qualifying times in this race. For girls, a qualifying time of 2:10.85 would qualify for sectionals, and then 2:05.16 would be Division 1, and 2:05.27 would be Division 2 state qualifying times. So it looks like Beverly is up front here. You know, it's very hard. Pacing is very hard for this race. It's really an exhausting race. You have to sprint it, but also if you go out super hard, you might kind of lose steam towards the end, the last 100, last 50. Beverly's in the lead. It looks like Beverly is second, just ahead of the Gloucester swimmer. And that is Sophia Bloomquist in lane 3 there with a second place, currently in second place. And Kevin Picardo Cedillo in first place right now. He's lapping the swimmer in lane. Wow, yeah, he lapped the swimmer. He came in first with a time of 2:03.41. A really good time. And Sophia Bloomquist in second place with a time of 2:08.38. And the swimmers that are on deck are waiting for the 200 IM, or individual medley, which means they will do all 4 strokes, 50 yards of all 4 strokes. Starting with, this is different than the relay, because they start with butterfly. It's a butterfly back breast free. So they're waiting for the okay to exit the pool. Oh, and Sophia Bloomquist has qualified for sectionals in the 200 freestyle. With the girls' time for sectionals is 2:10.85, and she had 2:08.38. So congratulations, Sophia. Now waiting for the 200 IM. In some ways, the 200 IM is harder because obviously butterfly is takes a lot of energy, but in a lot of ways it's easier because it kind of mixes it up a little bit. So people say that the 200 free or the 200 breast or the 200 fly, those are trickier than the 200 IM. And they're waiting for the go-ahead. Wonder what the holdup is here. So for this event, in lane 3, we have Andrew Krutt and Hannah McCarthy in lane 5. So, you know, it's a really nice start there. The idea when you're coming off the blocks is to go out as well as up. So if you go up too high, you're going to lose some time. If you enter the water too soon, you're going to lose some time. So the idea is to go out and in streamline as far as you can. So looks like lane 5 is slightly ahead, which is Hannah McCarthy. And the Gloucester swimmer is right there beside. Is that right? Know that? I'm sorry. The Gloucester swimmer is in lane 4, just ahead of the Beverly swimmer. So it looks like the Gloucester swimmer is just slightly ahead here in this breaststroke. But the Beverly swimmer is catching up. Oh, some things are happening here in the freestyle. Making headway in the freestyle here. Oh, it's going to be a close one. It's going to be very, very close. And I could not tell who came in first there. Yep, it was very hard to tell who came in first there. Sorry I don't have this information for you, but I think Andrew Krutt came in first, but I'm not 100% sure. Looks like Andrew Krutt came in first place with a time of 2:10.56. Now we're moving on to the 50 freestyle. In lane 1, Eli Younger. Actually, Eli Younger looks like he's in lane 3. We have Kevin Kelsey in lane 5 and Regan Redmond in lane 7. And they're waiting for the start. This is just an all-out sprint, man. This is just go as fast as you can, as hard as you can until you touch that wall. Leave nothing in the pool. Or leave it all in the pool. Leave nothing on deck. And we're waiting. A really, really nice start for Regan. Let's see, lane 3, Eli Younger looks like he might be just behind. Wow, too close to call. I think Eli Younger touched first. Well, Eli Younger touched second based on a judge's decision. Eli Younger had a time of 26:78 and Kevin Kelsey 26:81, but the judge made a decision that actually Kevin came in first. And that happens sometimes where they can see, they have a bit of a different angle, and the timers may not be that accurate to, a few hundredths of a second. So although to the naked eye, it looked like Eli Younger touched first, but it's the judges that get the final say, and Kevin Kelsey got first place, and Eli Younger got second place, and Reagan Redmond got third place. So that was a 1-2-3 sweep for Beverly. That's very interesting, a very exciting race. Coming up is the diving break. Oh, excuse me, they have a second heat. Actually, I think there's there's 3 heats. So the second heat is coming up. This is heat 2 for the 50 free. In lane 5, Simone French. In lane 3, Izzy Kelly. In lane 7, Olivia Connor. In lane 1, Shaylin Santoro. And they're off. Wow, a really, really great start for Simone French there. She was underwater, didn't come up till she absolutely has to. And why that's important is because you're never faster than you are when you push up, when you come off the blocks and you're streamlined underwater. That is the fastest you can go. Not even Michael Phelps can swim faster than you can jump off the blocks and streamline. And I believe Simone came in first in that heat. We have another heat coming up, heat 3, where we have Maddie Frost in lane 5, Kate Kelsey in lane 3, Caitlin Kennedy in lane 7, Alice Malgara in lane 1, and we're waiting for them to start. These are all Beverly swimmers now because Gloucester is actually kind of a small swim team. It's a quite small swim team, so they really only have swimmers to do the first heat, which is fine. So really these swimmers are competing against themselves and the clock and not really competing against each other so much. I mean, they're trying to go faster than everybody else, of course. But really the important thing is how fast can you go in your event. Looks like lane 4. Oh, this event, this heat was a combined for 3 and 4. So that's why some of the in-between lanes are taken. Oh, great. Great finish by the swimmer in lane 8. I'm not sure who that is, but thought it looked really good. No, lane 8. Now we have the diving break. So let's talk a little bit about diving while we have the diving break. Once again, there is no diving board here at Beverly. So sometimes the diving events are separate events at a pool that has a diving board. So in diving, Beverly placed first, second, and third, with Meredith Luther placing first with 141.55 points. We have Samantha Fafard placing second with 130.15 points. And Heather Doyen placing third with 111.45 points. So that will be added onto our score. I don't have the stats on the Gloucester diving team, but they, I guess, do not have one or did not compete, and so they don't get those points added to their score. So right now the total score is Gloucester 18 and Beverly 57. Unfortunately, we can't bring diving to you because we don't have a pool at the Beverly pool. You'll notice some of the swimmers getting in. They're warming up for their next sessions or cooling down from the last sessions. We still have the 100 butterfly, 100 freestyle, 500 freestyle, the 200 freestyle relay, the 100 backstroke, the 100 breaststroke, and the 400 freestyle relay coming up. So this is actually kind of an early break. Well, some things that stood out here so far, what's been happening so far, was the 50 freestyle. That was, talk about a photo finish. I mean, if we had the kind of timing equipment technology at Beverly, then we'd have a better idea who actually won. But that's about as close as you can get to a tie here in our little pool in Beverly, Massachusetts. So that was pretty exciting. I happen to know that that was another personal best for Eli Younger. Last week he had a personal best, and now he's topped his own personal best of 26.78 in the 50 free. That you could see he was celebrating too after that. So congratulations, Eli. You know, we haven't had a lot of races so far, so there's nothing really exciting other than the girls team has qualified for sectionals. The girls 200 medley relay team has qualified for sectionals. And Sophia Bloomquist is qualified for sectionals. And Andrew Krutt has qualified for sectionals as well. Interesting note, Hannah Perkins did not swim the 200 free in this race, but in either last week's or the week before, she not only qualified for sectionals in the 200 free, but she also qualified for states. And the state time in the 200 free is 2:05:16. So congratulations, Hannah Perkins, for that. And our first state qualifier so far. So the team can go to sectionals, but only those students who qualified for states or sectionals. I'm sorry. State Division 1 or State Division 2, only those people who've qualified for the state competitions can compete. A lot of kids are finishing up their warm up or cool down, depending on what it is. And we're going to see the 100 butterflies soon, which I just love to watch. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. That's Michael Phelps's race. And if you enjoy watching swimming, the 100 fly is just gorgeous. But boy, whew, it's hard. It's a hard one, the fly. Takes a lot of energy, both physical and mental. Some of the kids are already setting up their blocks. And we're just waiting for the diving break to be over. So, Beverly's doing really well. If they win today, they'll be 3-0, which is starting off to be a great season. Upcoming, I know they have Malden coming up and Marblehead coming up. So Marblehead will be the next show that we have here on BevCam. The next presentation, broadcast. Oh, I hear the whistle, so we're going to get started. Looks like only Beverly students in this race. Oh, no, here comes some Gloucester students. Yep. So, in lane one, we have... In lane 3, we have Callie Marticio. Lane 5, Hannah Perkins. And lane 7, Regan Redmond. Oh, Hannah's getting a run for her money here with the Gloucester swimmer. Oh, some really beautiful butterflies here. Nice head down. Great dolphin kick. The dolphin kick is very unique to the butterfly, and it's a great, powerful kick. Hannah has pulled out ahead after the turn. She has a really fast turn. The Gloucester swimmer is struggling a little bit to keep up. And this is the final length, and Hannah is coming down ahead here. And Hannah Perkins touches first with a time of 1:04.65. In third place, Regan Redmond. And in fourth place, Callie Maticio. And I believe that is a sectional qualifying time for Hannah. Yes, it is. Sectional qualifying time of 1:06.20 is 1:06.26, and Hannah had a time of 1:04.65. So congratulations to Hannah qualifying for sectionals on that race. Next up is the 100 freestyle. We have Grace Bell in lane 1, Gavin Gleason in lane 5, Kevin Kelsey in lane 7, and Zoe Sedaris in lane 3. Once again, this is a sprint. Not quite as fast as the 50 free, but you still have to give it your all. And they're waiting for the go-ahead to get out of the pool. There we go. So we're going to keep our eyes on Gavin Gleason here because this is one of his events. Okay. The judge is giving them some instructions here. They have to wait for the take your mark. A really nice start by Gavin Gleason. You'll notice that he's just really in this kind of perfect streamlined dive position, and his feet stay together and his legs stay straight. You'll notice some other divers will have a split leg or their legs will come up, and that's not the ideal position to enter the water. One more lap here. Gavin Gleason's way out ahead. Looks like, let's see who's... Kevin Kelsey looks like he's in second place in lane 7. But Gavin Gleason is way ahead. And it looks like he's going to come in and take first. Yep, it's Gavin Gleason with a time of 54.72. And then Kevin Kelsey with a time of 59.94. And coming in, Zoe Sedaris takes third place with a time of 1:10.41. So now Beverly is leading the meet. They have 81 points, and Gloucester has 26 points. The next, okay, so the next event is the 500 freestyle, and you remember last week's excitement with the 500 freestyle. But Hannah Perkins is not in this event today. She's doing other events. So we have 2 or 3 swimmers in this next event. So now, you know, you might be wondering why Hannah's not swimming this event. This is clearly a great event for her. Basically, they do switch it around so they get the chance to swim a lot of different events. They don't always have to swim the same events every week. In fact, very few of them do. And that is really at the discretion of the coach. I assume that some of the students can request certain events or want to try a new event. But for the most part, the coach decides what's the best strategy for the team and decides who's going to swim what. So we're off to a good start. Andrew Crutt in lane 5 and Hannah McCarthy in lane 3. And I don't know if Sierra is swimming this one. No. Looks like Andrew has a pretty sizable lead here, with the Gloucester swimmer about a length and a half back. And yes, he's got quite a lead. So we're just coming up to the 150 mark here, and you know, pacing is so important with this race. You cannot go out your first 50 like you're doing a 50 freestyle race. You have to take it nice and slow. One strategy is to not kick too much at first until you're really coming into the home stretch to try to save your energy, because it takes a lot of energy to complete this. It is 10 laps or 20 lengths of the pool. So, you're out there for a few minutes, and you just want to have a nice, steady pace, one that you can hold for, however many minutes it takes. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, and some seconds. And turning and streamlining off the wall are so important with these distance races. You want to conserve your energy. You want to get every last inch, if you will. You should have a nice, relaxed stroke rate, not really spinning your arms. You should be really anchoring your hands during the pool to try to get the furthest distance per stroke. You'll notice that down at the far end, there are other swimmers holding the numbers. And it's also really important because you don't want to have to worry about counting laps and, your swim strategy. So this way, you know where you're at, you know how to pace yourself, you know how much farther you have to go. Yeah, it looks like Andrew is a whole lap ahead of some of the swimmers. So at the end of the race, when the person is coming down for their last lap, they will see 2 orange rectangles, which means this is it. Put on the steam now. So, but yeah, Andrew's way out ahead. Cannot really tell the position of our other Beverly swimmers. If that one says 31 instead of 13. That's very funny. It looks like Andrew's in first place, and I'm gonna say that Hannah McCarthy's in second place right now. Although she is a full lap behind Andrew. Now the Gloucester swimmer that was close by maybe went out a little too fast. Yeah, so 3 more lengths to go for Andrew. Yep, the buzzer sound is them saying that Andrew's on his last lap. It tells all the swimmers that somebody else is coming in for their last lap, and you can see the 2 orange rectangles, that mean this is it. So he's coming in for his final, and so you can see his stroke rate picked up, his kick picked up, everything. He is going all out now, leaving everything in the pool, Great race by Andrew. A 5:19.75, which does qualify him for sectionals. The qualifying time for sectionals is 5:22 even, and he beat that. 5:19.75 is a qualifying time for sectionals. So now Hannah McCarthy's last lap. She's clearly second place. You can see the 2 orange rectangles down there. And now she is coming in. You can notice that her kick has a lot more splash to it, which means she's really putting on the kick. And Hannah touches second with a time of 6:17.25. So some of the other swimmers, most people are kind of coming right in. Maybe another 50, 75 for most of the swimmers. It looks like the first Gloucester swimmer came in. And the final swimmer is coming in now. So, you know, that's a fun race. It's fun because there's a lot more strategy involved. The swimmers have to think about their pacing. They're not just like going all out. There's a strategy here. It's more nuanced. Now they're all getting out of the pool, making way for the 200 freestyle relay. So we have 2 teams, I think, or 2 or 3 teams. We have in lane 3, Callie, Marticio, Zoe Sedaris, Eli Younger, and there will be another heat after this one. And they're off. So this is just 50 yards, as hard as you can go. Each person in the relay does 50 yards as hard as they can go. It's quick. It's just like you're doing the 50 free. You just try to get your team. Looks like Gloucester's in the lead here. But we're catching up in lane 5. Sophia Bloomquist, Reagan Redmond, Hannah McCarthy, and Hannah Perkins. So the Gloucester team is way out there in first place right now. Oh, we're making up a little ground here. Making up a little ground. I'm not sure who this third swimmer is for Beverly. Oh, we've closed the gap quite a bit. So let's see. Looks like Hannah Perkins is right behind. Can she close the gap? She's making some ground. Fast turn. Could do it. Nope, she's about a length behind. No, that Gloucester swimmer is coming in hot. So Gloucester wins this relay with a time of 1:48.97. And second place down in lane 3 was Callie Marticio and Zoe Sedaris, Eli Younger, and the fourth. Now, you're saying, Andy, why didn't that girls team, Beverly team, get second place? Well, somewhere on the line, somebody was disqualified. And it happens. It happens to the best of us. It's possible that someone went off the blocks before. It's highly likely. I don't know what the case was here, but in a freestyle race, it's usually somebody jumps off the blocks a little bit too soon, and the judge can then disqualify them if he sees that they went before they were supposed to go. So unfortunately, this girls relay team was disqualified, but we got second place. Beverly got second place with a time of 2:05.50. The next, let's see, there's another heat I believe. And I believe it's only Beverly swimmers in this next heat. So they're going to fill up. There was 2 more heats worth, but they're going to combine both heats. But right now they're waiting for the okay to get out of the pool. Or did they decide not to do the second heat? And are those backstroke swimmers waiting to go? I am not sure. They have not called them out of the pool yet. They're getting a little cold. That's why they're jumping up and down. There we go. Okay, here we go with the next heat of the 200 freestyle relay. Now, I do have some information that the girls last time qualified for sectionals in the 200 freestyle relay. So even though they disqualified this time, they have qualified before and can compete as a girls team in the sectionals. And now heat 2 of the 200 free relay. So just Beverly here competing. And, you know, this is the second heat, so these are considered slower swimmers, but they're really swimming quite fast. It's hard to tell, but even these swimmers who don't make it into the first heat are still competing at a very high level. So this is the second. Everybody's swimming about the same pace here. Lane 5 and lane 7, kind of neck and neck. It's hard to see who will come out on top. It really helps to have somebody swimming next to you. When you don't have somebody swimming next to you, it's hard to kind of know where you are in terms of time. So that's why it's especially true in higher level competitions where people get seeded and the fastest heat times or semifinal times, they'll go into the final and the fastest ones will be in the middle, and then they'll get slower as it goes out because you want to be competing against that other person who's your competition. That motivates you to swim faster, and that really gets the true fastest swimmers. And now we're coming up to the anchors. The anchor is the last person on the relay. Usually, not always, but usually the fastest swimmer in the relay to really give that last little bit a kick. So it looks like lane 5, they're going to have the first swimmer come in. And then it's going to be lane 7. Lane 3, and then lane 1. So now Beverly has a score of 95 and Gloucester a score of 42. So the scoring is a little interesting here because we've had diving. Once they reach, I believe it's 101. I'm sorry. Once they reach 95, all the points will then go to Gloucester. So because Gloucester there's not enough points left for them to overtake. So once they get to the maximum number of points, the rest of the points go to the other team. So now we have the 100 backstroke coming up. You'll see that it's a water start. They do not start off the blocks with backstroke. And this is, I think, the hardest start in swimming. You have to have flexibility and strength to get that arch, that good arch, to get yourself under the water. In lane 1, we have Eli Younger. In lane 3, Sophia Bloomquist. In lane 5, Kevin Picardo Cedillo. And in lane 7, Gavin Gleason. Now, the nice thing about backstroke is that you're breathing constantly. You don't have to breathe rhythmically when you stroke. But the difficult thing is being on your back, knowing your stroke count between the flags and the wall, knowing your pacing, because if your pacing is off, your stroke count will be off. And touching the wall with enough strokes. So it looks like in the 100 backstroke, the Gloucester swimmer came in first. And then second place was Kevin Picardo Cedillo, third place Gavin Gleason, and fifth place Sophia Bloomquist. Kevin's time was 1:05:22. Just a side note, in a previous meet, Sierra Sadowski placed in sectionals, qualified for sectionals with the girls team, and the qualifying time for the 100 backstroke is 1:07:96, and in a previous meet, Sierra had acquired that time, had beat that time. So congratulations to her on a sectional qualifying time. The next event is the 100 breaststroke. With Emily Pratt in lane 1, Zoe Sedaris in lane 3, Hannah Perkins in lane 5. Oh, I'm sorry, Emily Pratt has been moved to lane 7. So we have Zoe Sedaris in lane 3, Hannah Perkins lane 5, and Emily Pratt in lane 7. And this is the 100 breaststroke. And they're waiting for the whistle. We're still waiting for the whistle. It's all at the judge's discretion. The officials keep the swimmers safe. They make sure everything is fair and legal and within the rules. And Yep, they get the whistle to climb up onto the blocks and the 100 breaststroke. Very nice start for Beverly Panthers in lane 5. Hannah Perkins way out in front. And it looks like the Beverly swimmer in lane 3, which is Zoe Sedaris, is second place. Yeah, you can just see the difference in Hannah's stroking. So she's got nice, long strokes, a beautiful glide. The glide is so important. Great breakout. The breakout with the breaststroke is a pull underwater. You can completely pull down by your side. Then you can take a kick and then come up for your next full stroke. So you see she's got the kick and now she's up for her stroke. She has a beautiful glide. You are in breaststroke, you are supposed to come up and take a breath every stroke. That is the regulation. And it's Hannah Perkins with a time of 1:14.72, which is a qualifying time for sectionals. Sectionals is qualifying time is 1:17.31. And a qualifying time also, oh no, it's not a state qualifying time, but very close. This is a quick race. Breaststroke and butterfly are what we consider short axis strokes, where you bend or your body is rotating in lengthwise, so crossways. And the long axis strokes are the freestyle and the backstroke. And there, people are rotating along the midline of their body, so that's the long axis. Okay, we have one more event left tonight, and that is the 400 freestyle relay. So instead of everybody swimming 50 yards, they each swim 100 yards. So it's 4 swimmers swimming 100 yards. And we have 2 teams. In lane 3, we have Grace Bell, Kevin Kelsey, Callie Marticio, and Sophia Bloomquist. And in lane 5, we have Kevin Picardo Cedillo, Eli Younger, Gavin Gleason, and Andrew Crutt. So we only have 2 teams swimming this. And they're waiting for the go-ahead. So, you know, this event is also a sprint event, but relays are just so much fun. You know, you have a little team, you're competing as a team. It's just really great. Everybody is just so kind to each other here at the swim meet. Just really good sportsmanship. And they're waiting for the go-ahead. Very exciting. Keep your eye on lane 5. It's all the best freestylers that are boys. It's a boys team. Nice start by the Beverly swimmer. Looks like Kevin. Nice start. His start off the blocks was fast, streamlined, went a really long distance. It was great. And he is way ahead. He is way ahead. Good breakout from the wall. Looks like Beverly in lane 3 is second. But Kevin is way out there. He is a very fast freestyler. And now the second swimmer is ready to go, Eli Younger. He's watching him carefully, you see, and he doesn't go until he touches the wall. Eli's got his stroke rate up nicely. He is not letting anybody catch up, that's for sure. Once again, it looks like the Gloucester swimmer in lane 2's they've picked up a little bit. So Eli's got one more lap to go here. A nice little dolphin kick. I don't know if you can see that, but underwater when they come off the wall, when you're doing freestyle, you can do several dolphin kicks, and it gives you a little bit of more momentum, a little more oomph. You'll notice the good swimmers in the Olympics say they do 3 to 5 underwater dolphin kicks. Eli's coming into the wall now. Looks like Gavin Gleason's up. Well, I have to say that this Beverly team has taken a big lead. And I believe the team in lane 3 is in second place right now. It's a little hard to tell. I think there's been some lapping of swimmers. Wow, he's really cruising. Really, really cruising. You can just see how fast he's going. The turn is crucial in freestyle. He's really putting on the steam. Really fast stroke rate and a lot of hard kicking going on. And this is the anchor here. A good start. Beverly is way out ahead. Keeping my eye on lane 3. Believe they're in second. Looks like Gloucester has 3 teams competing. Or is it 2? Yeah. Yes. Okay, one more lap here. One more lap. The last 50. This is the time to leave it all in the pool. Put on the steam. And he's coming in. Yep, they're cheering him on. And Beverly wins this event with a time of 3:53.28. 3:53.28. Just barely missing the sectional qualifying time. Here comes Beverly in lane 3. Excellent. Second place with a time of 4:18.13. And then the Gloucester teams are still swimming. So Beverly takes this event 1-2. We only had 2 teams, probably because so close to Christmas time. Merry Christmas. And the first Gloucester team has come in. Here they come. Looks like they're neck and neck here. Hard to tell from this angle, but yep. Well, a good job. What a great, oh no, there's one more lap. I apologize. There's one more lap. Well, this has been a great meet for Beverly. Beverly did a really good job in this meet. Let's cheer on this last swimmer. Everybody does. Everybody waits patiently. The whole team. Another great thing about swimming is that anyone can compete if they want to. And swimming is just the greatest exercise. And here comes the Gloucester swimmer. And now the meet is complete. So Beverly takes this meet with a final score of 95 to 80. This was just a great meet all around for Beverly. A couple of nothing quite exciting like the last time, but there was a couple of standouts. Of course, Hannah Perkins is always a standout. Andrew Krutt qualifying in the 500 freestyle for sectionals. That was a great race. The big excitement today, really, was the 50 freestyle, where we had Beverly go 1-2. Eli Younger and Kevin Kelsey, I mean, neck and neck the whole time. Really, according to the stopwatches, only a 1/10 of a second difference between their two times. Okay, well, thank you all for joining us tonight for this swim meet, and I hope to see you at the next swim meet. I believe it's Marblehead will be our next swim meet. It was a wonderful meet, and swimming is always exciting. So join us next time. And signing off from BevCam and Beverly High School Swimming and Diving, good night.